So I'm going to be talking about my camper. I'm going to be talking about this campsite here and, you know, cleaning up after yourself when you're camping, the water problem that's going on right now. So stay tuned.
We're walking down this long and dusty road, carrying this huge and heavy load. Up ahead I can see my destination. Been dark but now I see illumination.
So I'm back out at Lake DeGray at Lennox Marcus, the free dispersed camping. It's really awesome here. I'm in my favorite campsite where I can pull right up to the water, and that part of the little quote unquote beach is not so muddy and itchy, so I like it the best. I've been here for a couple days, and you know, I keep to my own campsite. I don't even really walk around much. Some guys pulled up here today, a whole family, three vehicles, and they brought this boat. See that boat there? I just flipped it upside down a minute ago because I didn't want it floating off into the water by itself. And they came over to my site and says, "Do you want a boat?" And I'm like, "I'd love to have a boat. I have no way to carry it though, but thanks anyway." They said, "Well, we brought this boat out here, but it's got holes in it, so we were just going to give it away." And I was like, "Oh." And then he walked away. It does have holes in it. I can't believe they just left it there. And on another note, I didn't realize how much garbage was on this. I saw some stuff over here. I don't really think that those people that came and brought the boat left the garbage. They may have contributed some to it. I'm not positive. Actually, they had a baby with them. Is that a diaper? That might be theirs. So I could be wrong. But, I mean, come on, people. Don't you want to be able to come out here and camp for free? Don't you think that if you keep making a nuisance of yourself, that could be shut down? Come on. Look at that. I wish I had I need one of those trash picker thingies. Because some of this stuff I don't want to pick up. And with my bad knees and bad neck, all the bending over is painful. I can't do it very long. I will try to clean this up, but I shouldn't have to. That's just wrong. I wanted to show you the state of my hitch hauler and my generator. Last night I had to turn the generator on. I had no choice. It was so hot. I couldn't even breathe. It was so hot. I was trying to prop it up with that piece of cinder block there, and I'm just not strong enough. I couldn't lift it with one hand and pick up the thing with the other. I managed to shove that one piece under there and got it lifted up about, I don't know, an inch or two higher. See, at this angle, it doesn't run right. Instead of just running, it goes rom, 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 rom all night long. My daughter's boyfriend climbed under and looked at the hitch a couple weeks ago, because she was moving and we needed to pull a trailer, and we couldn't find anybody that would pull this trailer. He had a trailer, but he didn't have a truck to pull it with. So I told him to look and see if he thought that the hitch would fall off if we pulled a trailer. So he climbed under there, and he said that what's wrong with it is that when it was installed, they neglected to drill holes into something, so it doesn't have enough bolts in it. So that's why it's hanging down. I don't know if that's true. I had spoken to another guy who was under there looking at brakes, but he didn't, I don't know if he actually looked at the hitch. And I said I thought that it needed to be welded. And he said he had a welding rig and he would do it for $150. Well, that means I gotta wait till September. From the dragging on the ground, can you see that big hole right there? And my hitch, my generator is actually kind of falling out. In fact, if it wasn't for that center bar, which you can see is bending that brace, it would have fallen out. So, because it's, see, on that side it's flat. So yeah, I really need help. I need a new bumper. This whole back wall is in bad shape. And probably because it's pulling, because the hitch is pulling down, maybe that's why this hole is here. But inside, I know I've talked about this before, inside there's that big of a gap right there between the bathroom floor and the bathroom wall. And I have shoved a couple of pieces of foam in there to keep the cold winter air out last winter, as well as to keep stuff from falling out. And that's on top of the fact that the roof leaks like a sieve. You know, I really need some help. I don't know what to do. And then my electricity doesn't work right. And then I'm running on 3 brakes because that guy that was working on my brakes, he first told me I didn't need brake shoes, so I didn't buy any. I paid him $60, what he asked for. And he got in there and took it apart, and it all fell apart. He realized that I did have to have brake shoes, but I didn't have enough money left now. So he put it back together, and he capped off that one brake. So I'm running on 3 brakes. Then when I got the money, he said after I got the brake shoes to call him, and he would finish the job for another $30. So I got the brake shoes. I have them. And I called him, and he won't call me back. So clearly he doesn't want to do the job for 30 bucks. So I'm stuck with 3 brakes. But I did go to AutoZone and had them test my battery again because it had died and I couldn't get it started again because my jump start battery, apparently it's only good for a certain number of jump starts and then it's no good and it won't hold a charge so I can't jump the truck with it. And he tested my battery. It had a bad cell, that's right. But it's not even a year old. And he said that the alternator is testing bad also, which might be the reason that it keeps going dead, and probably what killed that cell is because I need a new alternator. If y'all remember, it was almost a year ago that suddenly started having trouble with my battery and had to install a cutoff switch on it. So is that all? Yeah, I need somebody to fix the electric. I need an electrician probably for that, or at least somebody that knows what they're doing with breaker boxes. And I need somebody to either weld or drill or something to that hitch. A year ago, someone told me that they would build me a platform and attach it to the bumper there and just fix that whole thing. He said he would, I didn't ask him to do it. He offered to do it. He just changed his mind and stopped answering the phone. So that's the way it is apparently here in Arkansas. Whether you can pay for the work or not, people are just not wanting to work. So that really sucks. I've been in the water, you can tell from my wet hair. It's the only way to keep cool during this heat wave is to come out to the lake where you can get in the shade, get wet, and then sit in the wind. I'm out of gas in my generator, so I can't run my air conditioner tonight. I'll probably sleep in my hammock out here. My lawn chair broke, so I can't sit. I have nothing to sit on. Thank goodness there's a picnic table here. Things are not going well this summer, let me tell you what. So about 3 days ago, they reported that the water main in Arkadelphia had broken. It was around 11 a.m. that they shut down the whole campus at HSU, Henderson State University. And I know that because I had gone into town that day to work in the library and couldn't go. So I managed to get my work done, and I worked in another building on campus. And they had all the drinking fountains taped off, and all the restaurants were shut down. And then out in town, in Arkadelphia, none of the restaurants were serving drinks, sodas, tea, nothing. Only anything in a bottle. Yesterday, I went back to Arkadelphia again, took a shower and bought some groceries. The restaurants were back open again. Went to Henderson, and they still had the drinking fountains taped off, but I was able to get in and take a shower. And I wanted to go, like 3 days ago when I was in Walmart, they had the Culligan machine where I can get water from for a couple of bucks. They had that shut down because of the water main breakage, which doesn't really make sense because it wasn't that there was no water, it was that the water possibly contaminated. And the whole thing about the Culligan machine is that it's purifying the water, so I don't understand why they shut that down. I wish I'd have bought some water, but then yesterday I thought, oh well, things are opening back up, and then I looked on Facebook and the Arkadelphia Water Department had posted on there and said that they had lifted the boil order, so there should be water. So I thought, oh, okay, no problem. So I spent pretty much all my money on a few groceries and gas, and took my shower, and then I came back to this campground because they do have a potable water source here, and I was going to refill my 5-gallon jug here. When I got here, there's a big black trash bag covering up the water fountain, the potable water fountain. There's still a couple of non-potable water spigots, and they're open. I guess non-potable is non-potable no matter what, right? So I thought, well, shoot, I don't understand why it's covered up now when the boil order has been lifted. So I got some water and I thought, well, I'll boil it. I mean, I lived in Okinawa way back in the late 80s, early 90s. And anytime there was really bad weather, we would have, because their infrastructure was really old, super old, and so anytime there was really, really bad weather or droughts in the summertime, when the water would go, the freshwater table would go down, we would have contaminated water. So I knew how to deal with it. I know how to boil water. I know how to add bleach. I don't have any bleach. I know how to add, 10 drops of bleach per gallon is the thing. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. And to make your water potable. So anyway, I don't have any bleach, but I thought, well, I'll just boil it. I still have some propane, so I went and I got a gallon of the water, and it looked funny. It was yellow, and I smelled it, and it smelled like bleach or something. Like they've added something to it, probably to clean the pipes or something. which I'm assuming. So I boiled it, and then I smelled it after I boiled it, and I thought, well, it smells okay. So I drank some, and it didn't taste good. I made coffee with it, and it tasted fine, but then I just washed my dishes with the rest. So then I went to the non-potable water spigot, because I'm hoping maybe that came from a different source, and so maybe they didn't put that stuff in there. So I boiled some of that, and I'm waiting for it to cool. So I've been doing this water protocol for a couple of months, and I've lost quite a bit of inches. I don't know how much weight I've lost because I really didn't get the opportunity to weigh myself. Scales are, I don't have any scale. There's no scales out here in the woods. And, but my clothes are getting big on me. My bathing suit's getting big on me. Even I was out there today in the waves, and there was people in the water, and I was like, oh, I might lose my suit. A little bit scary. But anyway, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But I've been on this water protocol, and today, because I can't get any fresh water, I have had exactly 2 servings of water and a coffee. Oh, and then I had a V8. Somebody gave me a can of V8 juice, and it's been in the back of my fridge for a while. I wouldn't say it's bad for you. I'm not sure if it's bad for you. It's probably not good for you. It's just pasteurized fruit juice, vegetable juice, whatever. Anyway, so I drank that. I am so freaking thirsty, y'all. And I'm thinking, if the potable water doesn't taste good and the regular water that's contaminated doesn't taste good, next I guess I'll gather up some lake water and boil that and then try and strain it through a coffee strainer. And I'm thinking, I need a contingency plan for something like this, because if I'm in I was really so spoiled, because in Hot Springs you can get water for free all the time. Beautiful, fresh, beautiful water. The best, most healthiest water on the planet for free all the time. Even during the government shutdown, they closed the cold water fountains because those fountains require, that's when I stopped using the cold water fountains, because the cold water fountains require that they treat them a little bit. I didn't realize they were treating them. I don't want that. I don't want them treating them. I don't trust them. But they don't shut down the hot water fountains during the shutdown because nobody needs to mess with them. They come out of the ground perfect. So yeah, I'm just spoiled with being able to get that free water. I was thinking I need to get a couple of life straws or something. I am so thirsty. And I'm supposed to be drinking like 200 ounces or 100 ounces of water. Yeah, 100 ounces of water. 120 ounces of water every day. And I have been. And now I'm so thirsty. So thirsty. I'm waiting on that to cool off and see what happens. Well, it's Sunday now, and there is no water still, and I just ran out of propane. I was about to try to boil some more of this non-potable water and try and have something to... I turned on the flame, and it immediately went back out, and now everything in my fridge is going to go bad because my propane is gone. I don't have any money coming until Wednesday to refill my propane. I didn't want to go back to Hot Springs until Wednesday because it's hot. We're in the middle of this heat wave, and this being here, I can get in the water when it's too hot. Even in the middle of the night, if I can't breathe, I can go get in the water. I could sleep in my hammock. Like, I tried to sleep in my hammock last night. I'm not actually able to really sleep in my hammock because it's not comfortable because I have a bad neck and I need a special pillow, but I mean, I can at least get out of the heat. So I don't know what I guess I have to go back to Hot Springs. I have enough gas to get to Hot Springs, and then I can get free water there. But I still don't have any propane, and it's Sunday, and so I was grateful this morning because I woke up and I checked the weather, and it had been planning to rain tomorrow, and I thought, well, that means I'll have to go find shelter. And then I saw this morning it's not gonna rain, so I thought, yay, I can just stay here till Wednesday. No, so what that means is that it's not gonna rain, so it is going to be hot. There's not gonna be any reprieve from the heat, and no way for me to get out of it because there's nowhere to be in Hot Springs anymore. Nowhere that I can afford to be. This summer is it's really hard this summer. Having a really hard time this summer. I'm about to go to Hot Springs right now because I'm out of water, out of propane. I'm gonna be suffering until I can come back here to get out of the heat again, but so be it. There you go. That's my life. Peace. I'm Victoria.
Oh, oh, oh. When I get there, I'm gonna put my problems down. Carry them so long, not sure that I know how. When I get there, I'm gonna put my problems down.